Cheers to Connie's kids.
Yes.
Okay.
Like him to this day.
Me neither.
I mean, what happened that night from your perspective? Look where I'm at now. I just shot this thing, almost killed him. Why did y'all never come get me?
Yo, bro, I done had 1,000 summer league games. You ain't been in none of them.
Right. I owe you money. I owe you money. I owe you money. I owe you money. Right now to this day.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that, bro.
The same reason why I didn't tell my mother when it happened is the same reason why I didn't tell her when I did tell her.
I'm trying to get a starting spot on the team. Like, I can't get nobody home if I don't got no friends. Like, I don't really know nobody. I gotta run myself. Like, it was a lot. Like, coming from a place where I always had a big family.
I felt like Shane was the favorite, and nobody liked me. So I'm going outside.
Just to speak specifically on that dynamic, I carried that anger and abandonment all the way until I went to prison.
I'm not saying that, Mocha. I never said that. It's just the fact that
On the highway of life.
Mandatory that you pick the souls.
Well, for me, I kind of came here to game perspective because, like a lot of stuff they were talking about, I was young or I wasn't around for, or I feel like my mom tried to not show me. So I just kind of came here to see a lot of stuff that I kind of wasn't. I was too naive to even know. Mm-hmm. But as far as me, like Mocha said, I feel like we had a good childhood. It was a lot of us, so even though I was young, I understood kind of the dynamic that our family was set up in. So we never, like they talk about, our mom made sure we had pretty much whatever we wanted, even though we shared a lot, whatever, but we had it, like, you know what I'm saying? So PlayStation, Xbox, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just, we had a big family. I got to chill with a lot of my family members a lot. I learned a lot of things from them. But like them speaking now, I can kind of see what they talking about and what they struggled with while they were young. Because a lot of times I don't understand why certain people are so angry. And I mean, there's a lot of anger in our house. I used to be like, yeah, I don't know.
what's going on?
You just stuck his thumb.
Stuck in his thumb, yeah.
I didn't really have too much responsibility because it was so many of us. Like, I just had to take out the garbage and
Didn't do
not
that.
get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I was pretty good at doing. Well, I didn't really take the garbage out because I was outside. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really get in trouble a lot. So for me, like, it was smooth until I started to get like a little older and like some of them started to move out. And then I kind of like started to realize certain things. You know what I'm saying? And me and my mom's butt ahead a lot because like they talked about our family, we're not good at talking, like we don't explain feelings, that's not something we really do well. Like we all love each other and everything, but we don't really talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? So me and my mom were butt heads because like, I feel like she would expect me not to say anything, and I got to an age where it's like, I'm tired of being quiet.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
So I'm gonna say what I have to say, and however you feel is however you feel, but I'm gonna get my point across. You know what I'm saying? So I used to talk to my dad a lot about my mom and stuff, but I mean, I feel like now we're better. You know what I'm saying? But
The older you get, it's like
yeah.
So, I got a quick question before you move past it. What age you feel like that came for you?
that what?
In terms of
Voicing your opinion.
your respect for mommy, but for me, so I'm gonna just, not to get too far off topic, but for me, I'm not gonna necessarily say I feared mommy, but I never wanted to hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't try to get my point across.
That's a fact.
Until I got to a certain point.
Yeah.
He's saying I just want to know at what age that came for him.
Somewhere in my teens, I'd probably say around like high school. You start to feel yourself a little bit. You know what I mean? Doing my thing, I played quarterback and was outside doing whatever I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I had all the y'all, so pretty much anything I wanted to do, I could do. So I just like took a lot of what I seen from y'all and what y'all dealt with mommy. I just like, I'm not gonna have the same dynamic, even if we're not getting to where I feel like we would like. She's gonna at least hear what I have to say.
Right.
Because at this point, like you guys said, they softened up some. So it wasn't
A lot.
a lot.
A lot.
It was like you can't say anything.
Right.
And they gave you time to talk, but you're not going to say anything.
Right.
If you say anything, you're just going to get in trouble anyway.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're better off just not saying anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
At this point, I feel like I would just have to like say stuff for all of us. Honestly.
Right.
That's right, bro. That's right, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
It's interesting. The
one for the
funny part
team.
about it, you took the responsibility for all of us, but for you, that's like a pride thing. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna get y'all back from my siblings.
Right.
Her responsibility for all of us is different. It has a negative connotation towards it, and how it affected her.
Yeah.
Right.
That's also true. And like you said, I didn't like for a lot of times coming up for a period of time. I always felt like Sean was just like she was mean.
Right.
I mean, like I said, I always felt like I was kind of smart, so I tried to like put myself outside of like what just. You know what I'm saying? She had a lot going on. She had kids. She was trying to figure herself out.
Right.
Like trying to figure out what her next move was, and so for a while I didn't understand when I was like younger, 13, 14. I'm just like, stay away from Sean Mocha. Where you at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't
Hey.
put me high, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just chill out. Like, yeah, and she got older, like, and her kids got older, starting to like soften up. I'm sure they're emotional. Yeah, like I don't know. For me, it just I feel like I had a lot of resources. So.
Had everybody over you. Had everybody over
And I
you.
got a lot of perspective. So I feel like me now, I can hang out with a lot of different people because a lot of y'all have different personalities. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of different friends. So I feel like that's where that comes from for me.
Okay.
So I feel like for you, it was great. Honestly, like I mean, not to negate it, whatever trauma that you may have went through.
Times
But it's
where like me moving down south on there, it was a rough time, and just a lot after that. Honestly, I was just out.
It's all right, bro. Take your time, man.
That period was just like a rough time for me. With that
But
whole-
Uncle Derek,
He hated it down there.
I never knew that.
I never.
He hated it.
Honestly, I don't think I spoke to him while he
Like
was
to
down
this
there.
day, like,
Me neither.
feel me, like,
I remember mommy talking to Nashawn, like, Nashawn, just, hold in there. You only got one more year. And I used to be like, bring his fucking ass home. He don't like it down
literally
there.
got kicked out
I
on
think I
purpose.
remember that.
Yeah.
On purpose. I mean, it was just, it's like he fooled me. I mean, what the Like, I literally don't know what happened. So I'm like,
He changed into a whole nother person.
And, you know what I'm saying? He was always chill. Me and him always had a good dynamic. Like, he was always a decent uncle to me, and we always had a relationship. And I went down there and stayed at something before, and I was working out, and I was like passionate about football and stuff. And I got down there, he was just a totally different person.
Right.
Oh yeah.
He was very strict with you. Nashawn used to, you remember how our parents used to be like, I used to have to walk 5 miles to school.
Yeah.
Nashawn did that.
Walking miles.
He had to walk miles every day. Mommy was like, Nashawn, just, do what you got to do. Try to stick it out. And I'm like, who the fuck walks fucking 5 miles at this? Come on, cut it out. Tell him to come back.
I'm trying to get a starting spot on the team. Like, I can't get a ride home if I don't got no friends. Like, I don't really know nobody. I'm down there by myself. Like, it was a lot. Like, coming from a place where I always had a big family. I was just down there by myself, and this nigga was acting like he just didn't give a fuck about what I had going on. Like, I wanted to kill him. I thought about burning the house down all the time, bro. I swear to God, I told my dad, called my dad, I said, get me out of here. Your brother's a bitch. I'm gonna kill him. Like, I'm not playing. At that point, I just started doing what I wanted to. I was fucking up in school. I was just throwing parties. Like, it was a lot. And then I came back. My dad won't let me go to Newburgh. And I feel like that's really all I wanted. Just wanted to go back to some sense of normalcy.
Yeah.
Comfort. That's why I think that spaces like this are important, because we never really talk like this. I didn't know that.
I don't
I had
think I
no
spoke to you
idea.
when you was in Atlanta.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know,
Me
but I
neither.
remember.
I didn't know.
I did not know
I
that.
remember though.
I remember hearing the conversations,
Depressed,
like him on speaker,
and then
like,
wow, after that, like I was just all I wanted to do was party and just forget about all the shit that I had to do. And I feel like that was such a crucial point in my life to like have to do all that.
Right.
what was you, 11th
Yeah.
11th grade?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, what
I came
year
back
was
and I
that?
had to go to Arlington. Like I don't want to really be out there. Like just wanted to be with my friends in Newburgh.
Right.
Like,
Right.
make up for past time. But I don't know. I try to let a lot of that stuff go. Like after my accident, and don't really dwell on the past. So. Well, the pizza man.
Well, crazy. Because I'm going to dwell on the past for 2 seconds.
Wait,
Is it?
Did you turn the camera off or is it on? Alright.
Is there anything for you? Your childhood wasn't bad, right? Where do you feel like it could have been better, or is there anything you feel like that you didn't receive?
Like I touched on before, like our communication, as far as like I feel like I couldn't really. And so I got older, got more comfortable with my dad. I feel like I couldn't really, especially when y'all left, I feel like I couldn't really talk to anybody about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really talk to mommy. She was always so like aggressive.
High strong, yeah.
My dad was always working. So it was just
Yeah.
like,
a lot of stuff you kind of bottled in.
right. That's why I feel like I started to get like. It took me a lot, but like when I used to get angry, like my friends used to be like, "Yo, why you always wilding, bro?" Like, because I just bottled so much stuff up. And then shit got there, I just couldn't
And
control
when
it.
you explode, it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, you exploded.
Right.
But just like your communication, as far as like expressing our feelings, and cause like I've been around like other families and stuff, and like everybody has their own downfalls, but at least like a lot of the families like they at least like talk and they like put everything on the table. So you know what I'm saying? That and just like from the standpoint of just like adulthood, I feel like. My parents they gave us like the basics, like you know not to do this, don't do that, don't do this, that, and third. But as far as like going out there trying to do something, it's pretty much just like
Yeah.
you gotta
Figure it
make
out on your own, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta make your own
Figure it out on
decisions.
your own.
So like other people I've been around, and like some families and like, some people they got everything laid out for them, or they have other resources is where they could go and like do stuff. I just feel like parents used to ask us, but there was never really like enough dialogue or enough like it wasn't a big point. You know what I'm saying? As much as it should have been. I feel like for as many kids as they had, I feel like that's something they should have stressed on us.
Right.
More.
I think it's a double-edged sword though, because to have the mental capacity and emotional capacity to corral all those personalities as two people, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot to ask of someone. I got 3 kids, and I can't imagine having 10 kids under my household that I have to care for and cater to emotionally, mentally. Like, that's why I try not to knock them, but the truth is what it is. Like, y'all didn't really show a shit because y'all was so busy trying to, you know, work, and pay for this, pay for that. You know, we always had houses, front yard, backyard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they did good in that aspect. But it's like, as far as, you know, learning life, they didn't really teach us nothing. Taught, like Lasik said, you taught us the basics, right from wrong. But you didn't teach us the intricacies. We all learned in our own ways,
Yeah.
or taught each other.
That's why I'm like, right now, I might not be in a house, I might be in the projects, but I feel like I talked to Kayla, I talked to her about college, I talked to her about being an adult and responsibilities and, you know, the birds and the bees and the things that I didn't have, even though we are where we are. Yeah, I felt a little privileged because we got moved out of the hood or the projects to live in this neighborhood. But we lived in this neighborhood with all these people that had other outlets and parents
Right.
showing them that college is this and this and that. I ain't never sit with my mom and look up colleges or say, okay, this is the end. When I graduated 12th grade, my mom was gone to New York and I was left in Florida.
Yeah.
She didn't say, okay, I'm about to leave, let's sit down. This is what you do. Go to college, do this, do that. You live good by Mac or whoever I was with at the point, whatever. She was like, I'm gone. You want to stay here or you going with us?
Right.
And of course, I decided to stay there. I love
Right.
Florida, and I'm going back at some point. But it was just never no. It was just do this, do this, do this. It's never let's get into how you do this.
Right.
Literally, like the steps you should take. Or like,
Exactly.
It was thrown into the wood. The
I don't
wolves.
feel like they knew it.
yeah.
To be honest with you.
I think they did
You
the
gotta
best.
think,
I think
we talking the 90s.
Right.
Right.
Like
Everybody know
I
that
think they
shit.
did the best they could.
We know
exactly
now
that.
today
I think
like
mommy-
it's cool, but they didn't know that back then.
Well,
That's
she knew
why
was to
I
get
don't
money
look
and
at
make
it.
sure we had food on the table. It was 10 of us. We still was going to school with nice shit, the end shit. As far as I remember.
So
I
my
remember
memory-
samurai shirts and
That's-
corduroy.
Nah,
No,
because
I remember.
that's because
them
that was
going to
in
the city.
That was in there.
No, when
my
they kept
memory is
going to
fucked
the
up
city-
on all of that then.
No, all those city trips they was taking and bringing us all that shit back from the city.
Oh, the bootleg shit from the building
Well,
in Brooklyn.
I don't give a
What you
fuck. At
talking
that
about?
point, it was in probably. The fuck, it was. We had it.
What?
Whether it was real or fake, it was in the fucking 90s.
The
and we
only-
had it. So guess what? I'm
No,
going
no,
to
no,
school
no.
like this.
The only
Watch.
one who had real shit, real fire shit was Lassie.
Okay, yeah, because that was a different generation.
Yeah,
At
that
that
was
point,
different.
I'm
I'm just
boosting,
saying.
Sean boosting, everybody's boosting. We're getting all his stuff.
Cut that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word, my nigga. What are you,
I'm just saying
black,
that that's a
nigga?
different. Like, we can't put him into what he had because at that point we was getting everything.
So you could, so somebody correct me if I'm wrong, right?
I done seen the man with the trunk, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right. Yeah.
Cause I feel like it was too many of us, right?
Yeah.
So
Way too many.
when we talk like nice shit, this, that, and the third, I feel like I got 2 pairs of sneakers a year. I got one for school and one for basketball. And the only reason I had more pairs was because he wore my size. Ev wore my size.
And
Or I could still
Yeah.
Tory
Still
shit.
touring shit.
So I was never,
Like-
I never was into
Right.
the side. I can't remember. I just know we had clothes to put on and I was going like it was the best. I didn't
And
care.
again, listen, I got 3 kids. It's tough. So 10, back then, when like today you could make 80 and live great. Back then you probably would have made 40. And you got to deal with 10
10
motherfuckers
kids,
plus
right.
a house, plus
Yeah.
a car,
Right.
plus
Right.
like
And we had 2 cars.
what you
Well,
want me to do?
we usually
Right.
had 2 cars.
It's just all the personalities alone. If you think about all of us and how we are living in one house, and they are at the head of it, trying to steer it in the right direction. It had to be stressful, and that's why I have the utmost respect for both of them
Facts.
for doing the things that they did,
Facts.
and at least getting us here. Because that right there is a struggle in and of itself, and that's a miracle in and of itself. But for me personally, like me growing up, I feel similarly to Doug. I always felt overlooked, even though I always felt like I was mommy's favorite, just because I was always so smart. But overall, I felt overlooked, and it was. I'm not gonna say it was mainly from sports, but it'd be like I was telling y'all the other day. We both play on the same. We always were on the same team. But after the game, it's like, yeah, Doug, the game. Like, yo, y'all didn't see my rebounds? Like, I got like 14 of them shits. You know what I'm saying? But you notice him because he scored 30 points. You understand he scored 3 touchdowns, but you didn't see me knock the nigga over for him to get there. So there's no affirmation for me that I did a good job. It's just like, oh, yeah, Shane. Good job, Doug. It's like, yeah, Shane, you did good too. Even in identifying is Doug and Shane. Doug and Shane. Doug and Shane. Shane never had his own identity. I was always up his ass. I was always behind him. So I lived in his shadow, like, forever. All the way until I became a teenager and I made my own identity out there. Then I was Big Shane. Then I was Trapper Dawn. I'm me. I'm my own person. This is who I am. This is my land. This is my realm. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was having sex with women, having a bunch of women or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was where I found myself and my own identity. I'm Shane. It's no more Doug and Shane. It's just Shane. See me for who I am. And I think that feeling so unnoticed, and there's a bunch of other things that we'll get into, but feeling so unnoticed for me made me turn inward. That's why I for a long time, I didn't talk to any of you. Me and Elastic used to be very close when we were younger. It was my favorite. We used to play together, talk, you know what I'm saying? And then after a certain time, I stopped talking to everyone. Nobody could talk to me. Like I was saying the other day.
He was mean.
Hey, Shane, what are you doing? What do you want? What do you want? You know what I mean? And it's not really me. I'm not a mean person. I never was. I was always smiley, giggly, laughy. You know what I mean? Like I was just to myself. So it's like even in those spaces where I was like that, I wanted to talk to you guys. I just didn't know how to. I didn't know how. I didn't know how to get past myself. I needed you guys to, nigga, sit the fuck down and you're going to talk to me. And then eventually I would have been myself. But if we can't get past the initial, what the fuck do y'all want? You know what I mean? Then the conversation is not going to go anywhere.
That's where we stopped.
And I always just...
Start conversation and just be like...
Right.
No, but for me and Mocha, I know, they'll be like, hey, Shane, what you doing? Nothing. Why? Oh, nothing. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Sorry to
Turn
bother
around.
you.
Pew! We out of there.
Just wanted to see how your day was. Heard you was in town.
I think I was just overall just uninterested. But I wanted to... I don't know. I think my main thing was wanting to form my own identity. I wanted to be my own person. I wanted everybody to see me for something that I was good at, better than anybody else at. And I feel like I never really had that because anything that I was decent at, he was better. I get good grades. His grades are just as good as mine. I go out and have a decent basketball game. He had a better game. Had a great football game. He had a better game. You know, I meet a girl. He has a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything was just better. Like, and he was more of a social person. It was more easy for him to be in spaces and have a whole bunch of friends. He was always popular. Everywhere we went. Even, not just you guys, not just family. Even in school. Doug and Shane. You Doug's brother, right? Yeah.
Sure, but I'm Shane.
Yeah. My name is Shane, though. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm Doug's brother, but my name is Shane, though. I have something to offer. And I think that played a lot of, it played a lot into me, you know, taking to the route that I took in life and going the route that I did. And even when I was in it, inside, I was calling for you guys to come get me. I said this to Doug when I got locked up. I wrote him a letter. I'm like, why did you never stop me? Look where I'm at now. I just shot this thing, almost killed him. Why did y'all never come get me? Out that shit. Not saying that y'all could have. But ain't nobody ever say shit, though.
Right.
Ain't nobody ever say, yo, bro, stop. Like, what are you doing? This ain't you. What are you on the block selling crack for? Why you got guns on you? Like, nobody ever said that. It was just kind of like, oh, that's Shane. Like, but internally, I'm like, I want you guys to come get me. Like, pull me back into the family because I'm just drifting further and further and further away.
Okay, but what about the times when we had our family things going on and we did call you off the block, but you didn't leave the block?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Come get me. Don't call my phone. Don't call my phone, nigga. Like I said with the conversation, it's like you say, what's up? And it's like, wow, what's up? It's like, all right, well, whatever. Or you call my phone, yo, we're having a family thing with it. Well, I'm busy. Bitch, just go get in the car, nigga. What are you talking about? You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, I needed that.
When we had games during that time frame, I didn't have to call him, tell him we had a game, because I knew where to find him. And I'll pull up, yo.
Yeah.
We play in an hour, bro. I got your sneakers in the car. And he'd be like, yo, y'all hold it down. And jump in the whip. And we go to the game.
And I think a lot of it really came, you know, I think I distanced myself so much because I felt ashamed and embarrassed, because I felt like I didn't live up. I didn't live up to what all of you were. I'm just as old as Doug. I'm still in mommy's house. All this, what I'm doing in the streets, never have nothing to show for it. I owe you money. I owe you money. I owe you money. I owe you money. Right now to this day.
See, I'm gonna need that, bro. I'm gonna need that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like I always had genuine intent, but like I never had to know how to actually implement it. I was in the space where I could do it, but I didn't know how to actually put it together. But I knew what I was capable of. That's why I pull certain people. Yo, Doug, bro, give me 2 beers, bro. We can do this, and then it'll be good, and then it'll be like, fucked it all up. Damn, bro, I'm sorry. Now I feel ashamed to come to the family reunion because it's like, fuck. I don't got no car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got no, I got some money in my pocket, but that's all I got. I still live with mommy. I'm not stable. I didn't get no haircut. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm less than everybody else that's here, even Lassie. So now I don't want to be there. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back in the streets. I'm gonna get it right this time. So I'm gonna get myself together. So next time I can pull up as myself, as somebody that I'm proud of. So you guys can be proud of. So that was really my experience. I mean, now it's like I don't give a fuck. I'm coming. Like y'all gonna accept me for who the fuck I am. Like,
right.
I'm trying, nigga. Like that's it. But
that's all we can do.
You know, like that was pretty much that was my experience. Like,
so conversely, when you took me and you, for me that was pride, because we have our blood the same.
Right.
I'm older, cool. We damn near the same age. Like, all right. So you was my favorite. We was always together.
Yeah.
I was older, so when I went to middle school and then you came the next year and niggas ain't know who you was, yo, bro, don't talk to my brother. Like, oh, shit. Leave him alone. Don't even worry about it.
Right.
At that point, and mind you, we was young. We didn't get there when we was older because you went out and did your own thing. Cool. Like, I understand all of that. But I felt like you said, in certain instances, we'll just take football. If I scored, we was going to eat. If you got a sack, we was going to eat. Now, it's a lot harder to get a sack than it is to score. So if I scored 3 touchdowns in one game, but you had a sack, that's what they focused on. So to me, I'm like, yo, fam, I just broke records. Y'all worried about, like, all right, cool, no problem. All right, no doubt. When the report cards came, and I had a 3 whatever, and then they was like, to me, I felt like they was like, yo, bro, you got more attention. Why the fuck your grades ain't where they should be? Da-da-da-da. Like, you smarter than this. And I'm like, yo, fam, I just got straight A's. Yo, good job. But and I'm like, oh, all right. So when they put bread up for the report cards, such and such, I think Nadia won, she got the bread.
She was only in kindergarten or something.
Yeah, the shit didn't count.
Some
That's
dumb
a fact.
shit, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Like, niggas got the bread.
That.
The next time, niggas got the bread. 3rd marking period, I win. Fuck that. I ain't get no bread. Shane, why your report card look like this? And I'm like, oh, all right. Like, cool. We both got braids. But if we both needed our hair done, yours got done first.
Damn
Oh,
right.
now you gotta wait.
He said, damn right.
Yo, you gotta wait.
Who was doing y'all hair?
Y'all too.
Yeah, mommy. Mommy used to braid back then too.
This is Florida.
Oh, see, I left
In
Florida.
Brigadoon.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
left.
Brigadoon, yeah. So that's my
Brigadoon, yeah.
12th grade year.
I'm like, all right, so cool. But now Cheyenne's here. Yo, Shane, watch her. I got $20 for you. Cool. When he couldn't do it, Doug, can you watch it? I sure can. I ain't get $20. The fuck is going on here? Like, you know what? I'm out there, bro.
I'm about to say, I don't
bro.
remember. I only remember.
payments with these
Like,
two, they was infamous.
I'm out of here. Like, so conversely,
Really?
yeah, I always put us together, but I took pride in it until I always felt like everybody liked you more. I'm out of here. To where I feel like I'm accepted. I'm gone.
I just think that's crazy, the perspective. We was living right next to each other and had the same perspective, but from a different angle. But I always like watching Sean. Sean is my favorite. I didn't need the money.
Up on me. Yo, bro,
I didn't need
get
the
your
money.
kid.
I just wanted to take
But
care
Shane,
of
you
her.
got to remember, Shane was more in the house.
Yeah.
Shane knew every commercial, every word to the commercial, what was coming on next for the rest of the day. Shane was a house kid. Doug was an outside kid. So when it came to can you watch Shy? We always went to Shane because he's downstairs anyway watching cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Nickelodeon, the Disney Channel, so, you know.
And porn.
And porn.
They used to just get up and go. Now I'm just outside with the kids. Like, I'm in like 8th, 9th grade. I'm trying to go get in a little something I'm not supposed to be doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just watching the kids. Oh, yeah, we're just going to go to the grocery store. All right, it's 12 o'clock. They don't come back till 8 o'clock. Now, I can't go outside now. It's about my curfew, where I'm going. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just like, I need payment for this because y'all ain't about to keep doing me.
Well, I appreciate you guys all watching mine.
I can do with that.
All right, guys. Well, let's take a little break. Yeah. 10.